Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Muddy Outdoors, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Rocket Broadheads, RTP Outdoors, Trophy Rock, Spot Hog Releases, Wilderness Athlete, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Well, here it is, guys. It's opening day of muzzleloader season. It's December 22nd here in Missouri, and it's hitting kind of good with the weather. We're supposed to get a kind of a snowstorm tonight, get up to 3 inches maybe. That's supposed to be moving in. Clouds are already moving in, so the front's kind of blowing through. It's only about 25 degrees right now. It's about 1:30. So the temperatures have dropped. They dropped yesterday, and they even dropped some more today. So it's cold. This is the first really cold air we've had all year. I've basically been waiting on this day since I planted these beans. So, you know, sooner or later, one of these big bucks has got to step in front of me. I know they're around. I've just had no luck with mature bucks this year. So it's getting down to the wire now. But I got the muzzleloader in my hand tonight, so I'll be able to reach out there a little further. So I'm excited. Should be a fun hunt. I got high hopes for tonight, so let's go see what happens. Well, we had a pretty decent hunt tonight. I think I saw 16 deer right there on the beans and behind me and on my property, and then way out across the way, 700 or 800 yards away, I can see my neighbor's food plot, and he had another 15 or 16 out there, and he had looked like two pretty good bucks out there. I just had the 2 small bucks on my place, but it's good to see them deer getting up into the beans and really starting to hit our food now. So that's got me pretty pumped up to get back up here next week. Temperatures are supposed to stay real cold. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so when I go home, I'll probably be back up here Tuesday, day after Christmas. Maybe spend the night and get a couple days hunting in up here. I think Zach's going to come with me, so I'm excited about next week. Surely one of these bucks have got to get up and get out here in these beans, but to see that many does piling into it tonight, that's a pretty good sign. We got a big and beastie plot across the way that I haven't even hunted yet this late season, so between one of those 2 spots, me or Zach ought to be able to get on a big one here in the next week, I would hope. But that's the game plan. Now I'm going to make the drive home and get back up here in a couple days.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail. It's December 27th, and I'm back here in the redneck blind. I sat here last night, and all we saw was just a bunch of does and fawns work their way through. I figured there'd be some bucks behind them, but they never showed up. Conditions are pretty similar to what they were yesterday. Temps are It's 4 degrees right now. Feels like -8. It's about 2:30, and just as I was getting set up, there was some does working off the ridge here, and they haven't made it to this plot yet, so I don't know if they went somewhere else or if they're just taking their time getting here. I pulled the card on this plot on the way out from last night, and go figure, an hour before I got in the stand, a big group of bucks came through here, and Angle Iron showed up. It was about 2:30, and definitely good to see that he's back around and on this farm. So my plan was to come right back in here earlier and try to catch them between bedding and food. So it's going to be a cold sit again. Glad I'm in the redneck to cut down some of that wind and stay out of the elements. So hopefully it's like last night, but either Angle Iron or Hugh or Eminem want to come out tonight. That's pretty much why I'm here, and I'm hoping to capitalize on some early movement tonight with the low temps and high pressure. So we'll try to stay warm and see what happens tonight. It's just about 4:30, and there's been no more deer through our big and beastie lot. Some of the does are still milling around in the woods, but no bucks have made it through yet. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. We only got about a half hour left. About light before it gets dark. Tomorrow, the wind's going to shift. It's going to be out of south, so we'll get out of this stand and we'll go to one of our other farms, and we'll do a card pull, and that'll probably help us dictate where we're going to go. But the wind does set up favorably for us on a couple farms. But we'll keep sitting here, and fingers crossed that Angle Iron or Hugh comes through, and we'll just keep battling the cold here tonight.
December 30th, and we are out for another late season hunt. We're in a redneck blind and one of our food plots. We haven't hunted this farm very much this year, mainly because we haven't gotten pictures of too many good bucks, but weather continues to be pretty good. We've had sustained cold weather for the last week, temperature staying under 20 degrees, and we've got maybe 3 or 4 inches of snow total. So good late season conditions. Plenty of food here. We've got some standing beans and some standing corn, and there's quite a bit of tracks out here in the snow. So looks like they've been using this food plot, but we're not really sure if that's been during the daylight or not. So it's about 2:30, so good 2.5 hours left. Hopefully these deer with these very cold temperatures, hopefully they get up on their feet early and make it to this food plot before dark. So we'll see. It's after 4 o'clock now, so we're down to under an hour left of legal shooting time. It's been more of the same for us yet. We're yet to see a deer, so not sure what's going on with the cold weather. We for sure thought they'd be up early tonight. Not sure if it's pressure from the firearm seasons or just low deer numbers, but we are continuing to have some slow late season hunting. It's getting colder here as the sun drops, so hopefully we still see some action tonight. This late winter CWD season runs through tomorrow, but I'm not sure if we're going to make it out tomorrow or not. So we'll bring you whatever happens tonight here. Otherwise, we have a couple weeks left of the season, so we'll be back out and we'll bring you an update when we make it out.
There's a lock in the bag. Yep, that's a shooter. That is a definite shooter. What's the plan here? He's got a drop tine. Yep, we gotta... What are you doing here? I'm gonna slide the camera over this way. Get ready. Get your gun ready. I don't think they're gonna make it to ball range. Yeah. Oh no, what are they running for? Those are two more. Those are two more. I don't know where they're going. Jeez. Yeah. Yep. Just let me know before you shoot, you know? Yeah, he's eating. Well, he's down. Well, shot a monster. We have no idea what deer that is. I brought the muzzleloader out. Mark had the bow today. We saw him come out of the line fence. They had to almost watch us come in. I don't know where they came from. He was about 80 yards, 70, 80 yards. It looks like he's got a drop tine. It looks like a big 10-pointer. It's definitely probably one of the biggest deer I've ever shot. We got about 10 minutes left. We're going to try to shoot a doe quick, if we got one coming, but it is definitely brutal cold. This is why you late season hunt is for chances like that right there. We would have preferred to shoot it with the bow, but we just didn't think it was going to be because there's something spooked the does and they were running through the woods. And I don't know what happened. He just so happened to pop out and he was sitting right there. So we took the shot and he's definitely laying down dead. We'll get out and check him out here in a little bit. But we're going to stick it out till end of shooting light here. Legal time to see if we can't get a doe on the ground too. You can't beat it. Late season, negative degrees. That's what it's all about.
Look at that deer. That's probably, that's the only drop tine buck I've ever shot, and that is probably the biggest deer that I've shot to date. That is a great deer. I just want to take a moment and say how hard Mark and I work to do these late season hunts. Putting these food plots in is a lot of work. It's well worth all the blood, sweat, and tears we do put into it, but it's spent a lot of our hard-earned money on it. But as you can see, deer like these, we have no idea what deer this is or where he came from. You know, they show up. They come from miles around to get this food because it is some of the only food sources around. We're very fortunate to get a deer like this, but we work hard to get all this stuff put in just for these types of reasons. I want everybody to have a happy new year and stick with us because we've got 3 weekends left, I believe, and we'll be back at it trying to find another one.